What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney 6. I'm willing to bet we're very close to the end of this first trial. Probably the last video of it. We'll see. The murder weapon's been destroyed, and I've got no motive. Poor Albie will be convicted, and I'll lose my life too. Mr. Wright, you've wasted this court's time and disparaged everything we hold sacred. We should charge you with less majesty, in addition to the crime of abetting the accused. Yeah, you should pay for desecrating my good name. Bye-bye, lawyer man. Time for you to do some repenting in the Twilight Realm. This guy is guilty as sin. I just know it. He must have had some reason to kill Mr. Roll, but what? Come on, people, let me hear you scream! Nah, I'm good. Time to take this lawyer trash out. Alright, settle down. The thing to do at a time like this is to turn my thinking around. I shouldn't be trying to figure out what Andistendin's motive was. I should be thinking about what kind of situation would give him a motive. Did you steal it? He said. We know that Mr. Roll was the thief and that he had gotten his hands on the box. So then, why? Why in the world did he ask Albie that question? What about the treasure box would have prompted him to... What's gotten into you? Now I get it. Now it all makes sense. Like, Pokunka man, what you trying to say? Muttering and squealing to yourself sounds like you'd knock something loose upstairs. Your Majesty, please hold off on your ruling for just a little while longer. Don't tell me you're going to start begging for your life now. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's not it. It's just that I realized something important. We've been operating under a serious misconception this whole time. Misconception, you say? That's right. A mistaken notion about the treasure box. But could this really be true? If so, there's still a lot to figure out. Very well, let's hear what you have to say. Thank you, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, this is just more of his nonsense. He's just stalling for time. This is your last chance, defense. The second I find it really is nothing but nonsense. No amount of begging will stay my hand, understand? Yes, Your Majesty. We all know this is just going to be another one of your stupid bluffs. Now then, defense, what is this misconception you mentioned? The thing we didn't realize about the treasure box was that it was empty? What if the treasure box was already empty from the start? Please recall that when Mr. Roll ran into Albie on the Great Stairs, he asked the boy a question. Did you steal it? He said. Also recall that Mr. Roll was holding the treasure box at the time. So why then did he ask Albie the question that he did? That is a bit peculiar, isn't it? Not at all, Your Majesty. Not once you realize that. By the time Mr. Roll got to the treasure room, the treasure box was already empty. I beg your pardon? Mr. Roll suspected that Albie had gotten to it first, which is why he confronted Albie when he ran into the boy on the stairs.
Objection!
But how would the victim have known the treasure box was empty? He didn't have any way of opening it.
Objection!
Once a year, the victim had the duty of carrying the treasure box to the palace. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite. He would have been able to tell by the weight when he lifted it that the box was empty. I see. Yes, I suppose he would have been able to tell, wouldn't he? That's the most concrete evidence I've ever heard of. Mr. Roll most likely decided to at least steal the empty box. It's an important historical artifact in and of itself, after all. But what's your point, Mr. Wright? What does any of this have to do with Mr. Andistondin? My point is this. It gave Mr. Andistondin a motive to murder the victim. A motive? Mr. Andistondin, keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, isn't it? So if anyone had found out that the treasure was missing, you would have been accused of incompetence. From the moment Mr. Roll discovered that the treasure was gone, his fate was sealed. Because you decided then that he had to be silenced forever. But that's absurd! Can you believe the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth? This is all just a colossal joke. So then, what really happened to the treasure? It had been stolen long before this incident occurred. By Mr. Peace-Lovin' Andiston himself. Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to accuse Mr. Andistondin? Your Majesty, please don't listen to these trumped-up charges. The defense is grasping.
Objection!
The treasure box can only be opened with the key Mr. Andistondin holds. Who else could have stolen the treasure?
Objection!
As I said, the accused stole the treasure by forcing open the box. Your Majesty, I call for a swift ruling. I'm not ready to give my verdict yet. The defense has successfully presented a new possibility in this case. Finally, a tiny shred of hope. Mr. Andistondin, would you care to make any statements in response to the defense's claims? This is all bull. My noggin's a rage cage, and it's ready to explode. That's gross. And my sneaky little cats just unplugged my USB cables and it crashed my software, so I got to try and pick up exactly where that left off. And I think everything's fine. I think the first 8 minutes of the footage is okay. In fact, if we end this case in this video, I'll try and remember to put in some pictures and stuff because I know someone was asking. Siberia was asking. I'll try and include some bit of photos, maybe videos if I have the time. Anyways. I'm not gonna take it. I ain't gonna take it. I dutifully watched over that treasure with pride. And now I'm getting accused of stealing it. This lawyer is a lying scumbag. You better believe I got something to say. Open up your ear hole, sheeple. Death to the lying lawyer. Okay, I'm so done with this guy. Steal the Founder's Orb? Me? I did it? This lying lawyer's insults know no limit. All this time I guarded the orb faithfully. Sacred duty to the Holy Mother, easy to see. It's like he's airing it off. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Forced the box open, no key did the key need. Lying lawyer, condemn him to hell. Prison cell? But it's an execution. It's a death sentence. There's no cell. Alright, we've now heard from both sides. Either the treasure box was forced open by the accused, as the witness claims, or Mr. Andistenden opened it, as the defense claims. Defense, this is your last chance to cross-examine the witness. Yes, Your Majesty. If you are unable to prove your assertions by the end of this cross-examination, then the DC Act will come into play and both you and the accused will lose your lives. Okay. Life or death, it all comes down to this. Oh, it's sleeping doggy. Don't worry, Albie. I'm here to defend you. I promise it'll be alright. Thank you. I believe in you, Mr. Wright. I know you can win this for us. And after we win, we can go see Miss Maya. Together. It's a deal. I can't let Albie down. I have to win this trial. Somehow I have to prove that only Andistenden could have stolen the treasure. Do your worst, lawyer trash. This is your requiem. But it's the same song you've been playing the whole time. The last song you'll ever hear on this mortal coil. Like the same 6 riffs you use. Steal the orb? This lying lawyer's insults know no limit. All this time I guarded the... Okay, hold on. If I start skipping things to press, even if it's obviously nothing important, it's gonna get a habit. We're gonna lose out on a lot of stuff. Hold it! But the argument that the orb was already gone before the murder fits all the facts. It's no use even talking to you. Where's your proof that I stole the orb? Lawyer trash. He's right. I don't have any proof, yet. But I'll find some. Woo, 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 woo! All this time I guarded the orb faithfully, sacred duty to the Holy Mother. Hold it! Your sacred duty, huh? The problem with that is that I don't think you really are a true believer. Why, you? How dare you question my faith? It's downright insulting. I'm not trying to insult you, but I can't suspend logic either. You wormed your way into the temple with the intent of stealing the treasure, didn't you? I've had all the insults I can take out of you, lawyer trash. But you're the only one who can open the treasure box. You just keep on arguing the same old lie. I sing the truth. Hands unclean, the accused did the deed. Forced the box open, no key did he need. Hold it! The defendant didn't force the box open, that's a lie. In fact, you're the one who opened it, isn't that right? Come on, you just saw for yourself, didn't ya? The lock was busted on account of the box being forced open. Oh, yeah. Well, there's your proof right there. Score 1 for the metalhead. Look, if the accused really didn't try to force his way into the box, then how do you explain why the lock was busted and wouldn't open up for you earlier? How do I explain why the box wouldn't unlock earlier? Maybe there's a different way to open it. Or a different key. I'd like to suggest that a different key is required to open it. A different key? To open the box? As we saw earlier, the box wouldn't open with Mr. Andistenden's key. Which means that a different key is the true key must exist. Are you kidding me? Of course not. You can't prove that it doesn't exist. Just calm down a second and think about it, lawyer man. Why in the world would I bring a fake key here with me? Why, you ask? Well, because... Well, I guess you got me there. Looks like that babbling brook you call a mouth is dried up at the source, Defense. I messed that one up. Witness, please continue with your testimony. You see, the reason I thought it might be a different key is because he was all nervous when we had to open the box and he had to hand over his keys, so hold on. Oop, go back. Hold it! Let's try this again. Right around. A different way to open it. There's a different way to open the box. What are you talking about? There's a secret trick to opening it, to protect its contents from being stolen. And you're the only one who knows how it works, isn't that right? Are you for real? You've been watching too many movies, lawyer man. So you're one of those tourists. Honestly, Mr. Wright, did you come to expecting magic and mystery around every corner? I'll have you know, Defense, the kingdom of Kurain is not some sort of fantasy funland. What? It isn't? It's true I don't have any real grounds to make that assertion. And yet... Oh yeah, I feel another song coming on. A little number about a crazy lawyer with wild, fantastic ideas. The real method to open the lock, you say? Delusional man, there ain't no other way. A new verse? Please do add it to your testimony. Oh! The real method to open the lock, you say? Delusional man, there ain't no other way. Hold it! Delusional, am I? We'll see about that. Wild ideas. That's called delusion. Mixed up lawyer drowning in confusion. Indeed, the defense's sinful wrongdoing has made him lose touch with reality. Let's hear it. What'll it be for this sinner's flight of fancy? Nothing, because I'm not the delusional one. I just know there's gotta be some secret trick to opening the treasure box. Oh, really? And where exactly is this secret hidden? The secret is obviously hidden in... the key? I'd like to examine it, if you please. You don't know when to quit, do ya? Here, go ahead. Examine it all you like. Nothing. I don't see a thing. Well, Defense, what have you discovered? I'm afraid I haven't discovered anything, Your Majesty. Here, I'll return it now. I told you, didn't I tell you? He told me. Didn't he tell me? You told me. There's just no reasoning with this man. The accused forced the lock open. There's no other explanation. That's right. He desecrated the box by opening it without using his Mitama key. What did he just say? I'll sing it as many times as I have to get it through your thick lawyer's skull. Only the Mitama key unlocks the treasure. Force it and reap the founder's displeasure. Yeah! For the forgetful Defense's sake, could you please add that to your testimony? If I have to, carve it into your brain, lawyer man. You guys hear that ringing bell ball the cat's playing with? It's so loud. Only the Mitama key unlocks the treasure. Force it and reap the founder's displeasure. Lying lawyer, condemn him to... Okay, go back. Oh, go back. Okay. Hold it! There must be some secret trick to this key. Oh, yeah? And what exactly is this secret trick? What's that smug look for? Maybe something like... it can change shapes? Wow, man, that's some wild imagination you got there. I'll give credit where credit's due. You could daydream like a champ. Thank you. Just like any Magatama, this key is made of a translucent material. One look and it's pretty obvious. It can't change shapes. Yeah, I wasn't really sold on that one myself. But I felt like there was something odd about Andistindin's testimony just now. I think I'd better take another look through the evidence. Alrighty. Oh, no. Ah, damn it. Alright, I got it. I understand! Okay, let's go back to that statement. Real method all this time, hands in clean. Okay, here it is. Now, let's see what we can present. Time of death around noon, blunt object. Body was discovered at the base of the stairs of the altar. Not even the Magatama key can open it. I guess that would be the best thing, right?
Objection!
Shit! Suddenly, I'm not so sure. I apologize, Your Majesty. May I try again? By all means. But know this, you just drove a nail into your own coffin. Ba-bum, 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 bum, ba-bum, 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 bum, ba-dum. You know what I'm doing? I'm being safe. Okay. Maybe something in the crime photo? Dun 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 dun. A soul key for opening the treasure box. Keeps it on his person at all times. What could it be?
Objection!
Just a minute, Andrew, and you just called your key the Mitama key, didn't you? But didn't you originally say it's called the Magatama key? The Mitama key? What's that? I don't know, Your Majesty, but apparently, it's a rather crucial question. What? What's the big deal? So I said the wrong thing, so what? Simple slip of the tongue. An A for effort, Mr. Wright, but your grandstanding betrays your desperation. I'm afraid a small slip of the tongue like that adds absolutely nothing to your argument. What say you, defense? Is it an important detail? Judging by Andistindin's reaction, I'd say it's everything my argument needs. Yes, Your Majesty, it's very important. This key is apparently not the Magatama key, but rather the Mitama key. And I believe this discrepancy holds great significance for the defense. Nah, man, just a meaningless mistake! Insignificant. You're riding the crazy train to nowhere, lawyer man. Your Majesty, please don't pay the defense any heed. It's all nonsense. To tell the truth, I'm not really clear on what the defense is driving at myself. However, I am eager to find out. Defense, you will explain yourself like your life literally depends on it. Because it does. Now then, is the name of the key an important detail? Yes, it's an absolutely important detail, I think. Because the Mitama key is connected to the Founder's Orb. I see. Very well, in that case. Please show the court the grounds on which you are basing this claim. You can, of course, show grounds, can you not, defense? Of course. What else can I say? I have to come up with something, anything, even if it's just a bluff. The Mitama key. Mitama. There has to be something somewhere that ties Mitama and the orb together. Don't keep me waiting, defense. What evidence shows a connection between the Mitama key and the Founder's Orb? What's that? The Song of Ceremony? All this time, the answer was right there in front of me. It's right there in the Song of Ceremony performed during the Dance Dance Devotion. Your Majesty, the Song of Ceremony tells of the treasure of the founder of Kuranaism. But hidden within its lyrics is the secret behind how to really open the treasure box. Holy Mother! But how can that beat defense? The Song of Ceremony contains the following lyrics. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. I believe the Mitama here refers to the Mitama key. Well, yes, it is the same word, but that doesn't mean... We've been calling this key the Magatama key. And that's why I inserted the key into the lock with the Magatama design on it. But that was obviously not the right way to use it. And I suppose you know the right way. I do, Your Majesty. To use the key properly, you have to first... Vertically, right? That makes the most sense, maybe? If we turn the Magatama shape upside down like this... it becomes the Kura-ini symbol of the soul. In other words, a Mitama. You're absolutely right! But now what? What do you do with it? It's too big to fit into the lock that way. I knew he was just bluffing. Bluffs and lies are the only tools of his trade, after all. There must be some other place this key fits, but where? Let's see. What were the words? Yes, the butterfly. Find the butterfly. When the... Yes. Oh, dear. The favor of the orb is bestowed. Yeah. How do you rotate? Oh, there we go. There's the butterfly. Butterfly is right there. How do you flip? Do 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 do. But where do you put it? Because, like, I see it. Alright, how do you stop rotating it?
Got it!
My goodness! The treasure box, it really opened. No way, man! What? No. Whoa, 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 whoa. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the real secret behind the Song of Ceremony. It's the true key to opening the treasure box. It's all over, Mr. Payne. How so? Let's say someone was fooled into trying to force the front-facing lock open. Sadly for them, it won't budge. That's because the lock is, after all, just the decoy. Then what you're saying is... neither the victim nor the defendant would have been able to open the box. They therefore had no way of stealing the treasure. The only one who could have stolen it is the one man who knew about the Mitama key. Peace, love, and distendin. But I'm not done yet. Please recall the scene of the crime. On the floor by Mr. Roll's body was the very unlocked and very open treasure box. Only someone who knew how to open the box could have left it in that state. And so, there could be only one true culprit. Admit it as Mr. God. Distin, You're the one who killed Mr. Roll. I don't want to scare the cats. I gotta limit myself. No! Bunkai. Hi, yeah, Greg, huh? Cuckoo, cuckoo! Dead. Funeral bell. Ding! Curse him. It's all his fault. Why'd he have to try and steal the treasure? Why'd I have to spot him with that box? On my way to the storeroom after the morning dance. It's his fault I had to cause that blackout and clock him good. I couldn't let my secret get out. Nobody could know the treasure box was empty. I'd lose my position as head monk. Who knows what else they'd have me do to me. I couldn't let. I had to stop him. What a shocking development. I can scarcely believe it. Nothing like this has ever happened since the DC Act was enacted 23 years ago. My perfect, unblemished record destroyed. The incredible pain ruined. Just watch that hair fall off. Up. Did the lawyer really win? I can't believe it. I said peace! Honestly speaking, I'm just as shocked as everyone else. But the truth has been made known, so it's time for me to give my verdict. In the name of the Holy Mother, this court finds the accused. I'll be your guide. Confetti! Ooh, even fancier than confetti. Got some fancy magical shit coming out of the water. No one's questioning it. No one's even fazed by it. There's still quite a commotion. The people in the gallery show no sign of clearing out. I can't believe it. Not guilty. I'm still in shock. Can you believe that guy? I can feel everybody's eyes on me. This can't be happening. It's impossible. Oh, holy mother. I've never been in a defendant's lobby quite this uncomfortable. Mr. Wright. Albie. Thank you so much for what you did for me. I'm just glad it turned out okay. It was touch and go there for a while. I'm really sorry, Mr. Wright. I had a really hard time trusting you at first. That's okay, Albie. I know how unpopular lawyers are in this country. But how did it ever get this way in the first place? Allow me to explain. At least, I wish I could explain. But I don't really know why. I never even questioned it before today. By the time I was born, all the lawyers were already gone. Doggy! As far back as I can remember, verdicts have been based on her benevolence's insights. Right. Rafa, the royal priestess. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider. How verdicts founded on truths imparted by the very souls of the dead lack impartiality. For her part, I'm sure she really believes in what she says, but even with her benevolence's divination, seances, lawyers are still necessary. Without proper defenses, people could easily wind up receiving wrongful convictions. Mr. Wright! Shh! Don't say that so loud! People might think you're a rebel. You could be arrested. That's right. One of those people going against our queen and the court system. Oh, who's this macho guy? They call themselves the Defiant Dragons. And they're led by a scary guy named Dirk. They'll do anything to overthrow her eminence, even commit crimes. Not crimes? You don't say. I remember people in the gallery mentioning that name. The things you're saying sound a lot like the stuff they say. But you're not scary like that Dirk guy. Pardon the intrusion. To industry! Yeah, you. I want to talk to you, you see? Flight, is it? Right, sir. Phoenix Wright. And you are... I'm the Kurainese Minister of Justice. The name's Ingakaku Kurain. I oversee the whole legal shebang. I was watching that three-ring circus in there, see? Wow, the Minister of Justice. So he's in charge of the entire court system. Defense Culpability Act and all. Minister Inga, how are you, sir? Right along, mini-monk. Grown-ups are talking here. Yes, sir. Very sorry, sir. May I help you with something? Just wanted a good look at you, boy. Good eyes like you aren't exactly a dime a dozen around here. See? Well, then. He's eyeing me like I'm some kind of exotic creature in a cage. Oh yeah, might as well share this little morsel with you. Turns out Raw was a seasoned thief. A repeat offender, see? Had my men look into it, and they found all the booty he pilfered right there in his digs. But he seemed like such a nice man. Why, Mr. Roll? Guess he was doing it for the family. What a mook, see? How can you say that? Guess that kind of sob story gets you common folk all misty-eyed, eh? Another thing. Had my men check out that Andiston fella, too. He was the one with the sticky fingers. I like how my voice is constantly, like, morphing into something different every time I do it. They put the squeeze on our head bunk, apparently. So he gave up the Founder's Orb and tried to keep it hush-hush. Wow, I see. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, say, White. That was a cute little number you pulled in my courtroom today, wasn't it? First not guilty ruling in 23 years. You're making waves, see? Stirring the pot, see? Catch my drift, see? Riding the high seas, see? I'm in it for it now. I mean, this guy, this McCree-looking bastard. But thanks to that song and dance, we know our precious national treasure got nicked. So I'm gonna call it a wash and let it slide this time. When all I did was defend the accused. You do best to read between the lines here, chump. You're standing on thin ice. Get my drift? Even a dirty, no-good Nick Punk knows to cash in his chips before the house steps in. Do us both a favor and keep an eye on the path you're walking down. You never know whose toes you might be stepping on. This ain't your turf, buddy. Never forget whose soil it is you're standing on. I like this guy. He might be my favorite guy. He was kind of scary, wasn't he? Yeah, well, no use worrying about it. We have more important things to think about. Such as when we can continue the sightseeing tour. Anytime, sir. We still have plenty of time until Miss Maya's training ends. And there are still lots more temples to see, and all kinds of local foods to eat. I can show you the natural beauty of the area. And I haven't shown you the breathtaking mountain view from the Plaza of Devotion yet. Alright, slow down, Albie. There's plenty of time. And when we're done with all that, we can go see Miss Maya together. You bet. I wonder how she's doing. Hope she's okay.
So, how about that not guilty, jerk?
I heard. Sounds like the winds of change are beginning to stir.
Ooh. Ooh. End of the game. See you for Ace Attorney 7. Woo! And with that, we're going to end this video here at 40 minutes. So stay tuned for the next one. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.